Number 4. A college has two classrooms of students. Classroom A had 70 students. Classroom B had 30 students. Classroom A sent groups of 4 students to Classroom B until both classrooms had the same number of students. The equation shown can be used to find the number of groups that Classroom A sent to Classroom B, so each classroom had the same number of students. So they gave us the equation here. They told us all the background information, but they gave us the equation. We don't have to worry about that. 70 minus 4x is equal to 30 plus 4x. They're moving 4 students in groups. How many groups of 4 students did Classroom A send to Classroom B? So we want to know, what is this x? How many groups of 4 did they send to make them equal? So that means we are going to solve for x. So I'm going to rewrite my equation down here so that we can draw the line down the center to keep our equation balanced. Now I'm going to start with my variables. My variables here. What are my variables? Those are the letters. I've got a negative 4x and a positive 4x. We can start with the smallest, which would be negative 4. So I'm going to subtract negative 4x. Remember, my first step is to get all of my x's to one side of the equation. That's why we're using this inverse operation. Oops. The opposite inverse of minus 4x would be positive 4x. Negative 4 plus 4 would equal 0. So I've canceled that out. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. I added 4x to the left, so I need to add 4x to the right. 4 plus 4 would be 8. Now let's go ahead and bring down everything that I still have left. I've got 70 over here. I've got 30 plus 8x. All of my x's are on one side. Now I need to deal with these constants. The next step is to get all of your constants to the other side of the equation. The constant is just our number by itself. It doesn't have any letters with it. So I'm going to take this 30 here and this 70, and I need to combine them onto that side of the equal sign. How can I make 30 into a 0? Well, I'm going to subtract 30. That's inverse operations. 30 minus 30 is 0. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 70 minus 30 gives me 40. So now what do I have left in my equation? Am I finished? Nope, x is still not by itself. X is being multiplied by 8. I'm finally ready to break apart my x with its coefficient there. It is being multiplied by 8, so I need to do the opposite and divide by 8, which would cancel that out. 8 divided by 8 is 1, which leaves me with 1x, and that's my goal. I want to get 1x. But I'm not finished yet because I divided this side by 8. To keep it balanced, I have to divide the other side by 8. 40 divided by 8 is 5. So in this scenario, x is equal to 5, which means up here at the top answering it, they sent 5 groups of 4 students. We could check our work by plugging in 5 everywhere we saw an x, and we can do that right now with Desmos, maybe. All right, it's not going to let me open Desmos, but you could plug this into our equation and do 70 minus 4 times 5 is equal to 30 plus 4 times 5. Well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, so that would be 70 minus 20, and 30 plus 20. 70 minus 20 would be 50. 30 plus 20 would be 50. We checked our work. We know that x is for sure equal to 5.